Off air, off air.
Is it on?
Yes, we're live. Boom.
Oh, it's amazing. We did it.
We did it!
Okay, Bri, well, you're the host, so kick it off.
Yeah. Hi, guys. Welcome to 2.5 Oyajis. 2.5
Doesn't really roll off the tongue, does it?
Yeah.
2.5 Oyajis. Nothing rolls more off the tongue than... And you know what? We are back. I mean, we kind of like... We didn't know really what to do with this for a while, right? We kind of had talked about every actual subject in Wikipedia eventually on the show. Yes. Over the 30 years that we'd recorded episodes. We didn't really know what to do anymore.
We've been on for 30 years, that's right.
and then YouTube changed the rules and we discovered a mission again. So Bri, we should go through and make this a bit of an introduction for the people who are coming and discovering you at the moment. But first thing, I mean, let's talk about new YouTube rules. What are the new YouTube rules and where are you at with that?
Yeah, so the new YouTube rules for like monetization changed so that you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watch time.
Yeah.
And I have over 1,000 subscribers, but I'm just under that 4,000 hour watch time.
Yeah.
So.
And this is by February 20th.
February 20th, yeah.
So how many hours do you have?
I think, well, see, it's hard because they gave it to us in hours, but we, like, on the app and stuff, everything's counted in minutes. So I think 4,000 hours is like 240,000 hours or minutes, right?
Yeah, your math is pretty good for a white person.
Thank you.
Yes, I say yes. I say I'm going to take a yes on that one and hope I'm correct. So how many minutes do you have?
I have almost 200,000 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, how many people do we have watching this live stream now? If we have about 1,000 people, we just need to make a show for like 30 more minutes.
Right.
We have 25 people watching right now.
Okay, so we just have to...
21 thumbs up. That's much better than we usually do, Hiko.
Actually, they already seem to like you better. So, goodness, you were at the Hanami last year, right?
Yeah, I was, yeah.
So had you just arrived? That's all right, you know. But like, so had you just arrived in Japan?
Or were we drunk? Who was drunk?
Well, we were both drunk, and then you were telling everybody I was a lesbian.
Right, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with being a lesbian.
I'm not a lesbian though, and I don't know what that conversation came from, but
I don't know either.
Like, and they were like, "Oh, really?" And I'm like, "No."
Hey, you don't know there's anything wrong with that sort of thing at all.
No, yeah.
My mother's a lesbian. Mom, if you're watching, I
don't know how to follow that, Victor. You're just gonna have to keep going.
Well, is your mom hot? That's the next question. She's looking around. So we met. Yeah, I don't remember meeting. I remember the lesbian conversation, but I don't remember that it was you.
Yeah, it was very briefly, and I think you already had a few. So yeah, it was like the end of the YouTube Hanami. When we talked
4 years ago, Hiko had to basically carry me.
I had to carry, and he's a heavy man, and I had to carry.
I'm heavier even now. So
yeah,
you're both going to the YouTube Hanami this year.
Yes, well, it's kind of our baby this year.
Yeah.
We roped Zach into helping.
Well, Zach is the energy and motivation, and we're the elder statesmen. So.
We roped Zach into helping organize it, but yeah.
Cool.
I pushed Hiko. I'm like, dude, I want to go to Tokyo and see everyone. So I'm pushing for a date early so we can so I can tell my wife. Actually, she doesn't actually know, but
I think if you're pushing for a date, you should tell your wife. So Bri, when did you arrive in Japan? How long have you been?
Yeah, give us a history.
Yeah, I came in 2007. So I've been here for almost 11 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're legit. Okay. So can you like use chopsticks?
I'm using one right now to serve my drink.
Oh.
So I'm very good at using chopsticks.
That's the best answer.
That's advanced level shit right there. That's just one. She's rocking at just one. I mean, seriously, that's like black belt shit.
Next time someone asks you that question, you said, "Yeah, just I use them to stir my cocktails."
So like, sorry, standard gaijin questions here, but how long have you been here? And by the way, if you don't want to say, totally okay not to say. But
yeah. How long
where in the hell are you?
I'm in Tokyo.
Oh, you're in Tokyo. You've been in Tokyo the whole time. That's why you're TokyoBriBri. Of course, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, like I've been like around Tokyo, like Yokohama, Saitama area.
Yeah.
I want to congratulate you on coming up with a very original name. You know, putting Tokyo at the beginning of your name. Nobody does that. Awesome name. Well,
no, because like I had Instagram before I had YouTube, and then like I just needed like, because my theme for Instagram is just I'm uploading photos from Japan, so I just wanted like an easy thing. Like obviously it's in Tokyo, but then when I made YouTube, I was like, oh, I should just keep that name.
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. But okay, so you're doing Instagram before YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
And then
I mean, we were doing YouTube back when like you had to upload in VHS. It was serious. So like, what got you started on YouTube?
Well, I had been on YouTube before, like 10 years ago, just like doing skits and stuff with my friends.
Oh, that's right. You complained about that in your video.
She complained about a lot of things in that video, actually. I noticed. In fact, I recall she mentioned
you in a condescending way that you already told me this information.
Sorry. I'm sorry for everybody.
Stop being condescending, Victor.
No, and I want you guys to know that the whole video wasn't like aimed at just you guys.
Oh, no, that's okay. I'm always telling Victor, stop being...
Apocalypse? What is it? Yeah, I've never worried about that.
I never even mentioned the apocalypse. Yeah, I was just talking about in kind of general, too. Like, general, bigger YouTubers.
Well,
anyway,
Hiko and I are known to be assholes at times.
We try to be. I mean, that's why we call the show 2.5 Oyajis. I mean, you know... and it's a compliment that we say 0.5 because we're assuming that you're not going to be in Oyaji. I mean, we would call it 2.5 assholes, but that means that every video would not be monetizable.
So that's another thing, because like the whole monetization thing, like a lot of us have been trying to like fit in YouTube's, I don't know, like their standards of being monetized, and then all of my videos get demonetized anyway.
Your videos get demonetized? Why?
Yeah, all my videos get demonetized. I mean, like go in and like they do a manual review, and then after a day or something, it's demonetized. But I don't.
Are you using the same tags that if you're using the same tags that Victor uses, that might be why.
But
anal sex. Okay.
Victor actually had that as one of his tags, and he forgot that it was there, and it was on every one of his videos. It gets views.
I don't know what triggers mine because I don't put anal sex in them, but
no pun intended. Hey, but let me clear up some information about vulgarity. I'll say the F word and the N word and in my videos occasionally. Not as an insult, by the way, but I'm just talking about language. But my videos do not get demonetized for that reason. However, I did name a video the other day, "Meet This Jap." And it got demonetized, and it was manually reviewed. And the content of the video is actually very clean, but the title, "Meet This Jap," was unacceptable. So you can say "fuck" in the video, but if you put it in your title, I'm assuming they're not going to like that. So but you can curse in your videos. Don't worry.
So Victor, why would you do it all the time? Why would you use a racist title?
Oh, because I was introducing someone who calls himself "I'm a Jap." All his video titles like Jap nerd, this and that. And you remember the guy we did Sora? We interviewed him. The Japanese guy.
We've had multiple Japanese people. I'm sorry.
On Christmas. The Japanese guy Sora with the white jacket.
Oh yeah. Oh, that guy. Okay, that kind of makes sense.
Like half his video titles are called Jap meets, Jap this, Jap that.
But someday we're gonna have a group of gangster rappers on the show. I know it's gonna happen, and when it does, we're not gonna have a racist title. Even if they would use those words themselves.
No, I thought it was funny because he said, "I'm not a Jewish princess," because he looked it up.
He does not. Oh, you mean the Jewish princess? I get it.
Right. Well, that's why I said, look at this guy. He thinks Jap means Jewish American princess, and "Meet This Jap." he's confused by this. But it was kind of funny. If you watch his video, it's not derogatory at all. It's just I'm just making fun of his misunderstanding.
Right.
But because of someone complained, a lot of people complained actually.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
but the point is for Brittany, the point is you can curse in your videos. That's all I want to say.
Oh, yeah, like I curse sometimes, but
well, good for you.
Thank you. I try.
What's your background? You're from Canada?
I'm from America, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Oh, that's fine.
So why are you calling a fellow American a Canadian? And do you mean that in a complimentary way?
She has a Midwestern accent.
I sound Canadian, maybe.
She sounds very clear.
Yeah, I mean, as a New Zealander, it sounds like a compliment to me, but I find it kind of curious. It's like, if an Australian asked another Australian, "Are you a Kiwi?" that would probably be a bit strange.
You guys get all pissed off about that.
We don't. I mean, honestly, but as a New Zealander hearing that conversation, it would be, "Oh, that Australian's paying that other Australian a compliment." But yeah, so when I hear,
but if I called you an Australian, you get angry.
Well, even though I am half Australian, yes, I would get angry.
You're embarrassed.
They have terrible sports teams. Yeah. So, why from Wisconsin to Japan? What was the attraction? What brought you here?
The great variety of cheese that we have here.
It'll make me cry. No, like when I was way back when I was in elementary school, I had a Japanese friend, and then his mom taught like an after-school class, like teaching like Japanese, like hiragana and like just animal words and stuff. And then I got interested in that. And then when I was in high school, there was Japanese classes offered at the nearby university, and then they recommended me to come here for school. So
you went to Sophia University?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, how do you know that?
I don't know. I'm asking because most people.
I'd just like to clarify at this point: we do not actually hire private investigators. Yes, I don't know what the sources are.
Most people, a lot of people,
any illegal activity.
Yeah, Sophia, it's a good school.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
And that's pretty. So you did a degree in Japan?
Yeah. I studied here, and then after I graduated, I was supposed to go back home, but I just wanted to stay longer, and then I got a job at I got an English teaching job at. Do you remember Geos?
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked there for like a week, and then I went bankrupt. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Is that school gone? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was.
I thought Nova.
Bankrupt. Yeah, Nova went bankrupt first, and then Geos went bankrupt, and then they were bought by one big like an umbrella company.
Yeah.
I think they phased out Geos actually, or they changed it. I don't know if they changed the name.
I don't think I knew that.
It was like an Eikaiwa apocalypse, wasn't there? There was like Nova and Geos, and they all went at the same time. But they used to have like TV ads and everything. They're pretty big.
Yeah.
So I have my own school, so I thought that would help me. I thought people will start trusting smaller schools, but in fact, it didn't help at all. People just thought, screw this. We're just going to spend our money on something else.
But you've stayed in Japan for a very long time since then. I mean, the call of Wisconsin, the pull has not been strong enough to make you reconsider.
Well, like I get, I was when I was younger, I wasn't homesick at all. But like every time I go back home now, I feel like, I could live in Wisconsin again.
But, wow.
Yeah, but my boyfriend's here, and everything I have is here now, so kind of difficult to like up and move, like all of us. So.
Can I mention a mistake I made yesterday?
Yeah, go for it.
So, if you do find her on Facebook,
you're on my personal Facebook.
Yeah, her personal Facebook. There's a picture of her with this guy that looks like he's older. He's about my age with a beard, and I thought that was her boyfriend. I thought, what? It looks a little unbalanced.
Well, sophisticated. I mean, hey,
she likes sophisticated men. I thought.
Good
turns
taste.
out,
Turns out, it's my dad.
So I thought that was a bit strange.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, do you have a boyfriend? I'm like, oh yeah, he's asleep in the other room, and you're like, oh, he's like a really old guy.
Well, Victor, as the father of a still very young daughter at the moment, you realize that someday people are going to look at you and your daughter and think, oh my god, that creepy older man dating that woman. Are you ready for that?
Let me just clarify that I didn't ask you if you had a boyfriend. You just happened to mention that there was someone in the other room sleeping. So.
No, I thought you. Okay.
No, I know. I asked if you were married.
Oh yeah.
If you had kids, because I was talking about my kids, and I thought, oh, do you have, I thought maybe you were married and have kids too. Or,
that's right. Too funny. I was like, I told my boyfriend that after. He's laughing.
That's cool. Let's see, Hiko. We got to sell this woman.
That's not exactly the way that I put it.
We got to sell this woman.
Sure,
yeah. So actually, there's a couple things about you I want to say right away that I like as a YouTuber. In case your boyfriend's listening. I gave her some shit in my video, and she
didn't
even blink. She was fine, and she's still on the show with us, so that's great. Someone who's got a thick skin is important, because if you're going to be on YouTube, if you were to say, "Oh, fuck that guy," he dissed my video. I gave you my opinion about your video. I think your other videos are very good, but your complaining video about YouTube was just a meandering landslide of.
That's opinions. What it was supposed to be, yeah.
Yeah, but I do like the Meep Gal video. I don't know if you saw her video, Meep Gal.
Oh yeah, you.
Her video was also a bit disjointed, but I do appreciate the emotion. I mean, the fact that you care is good, I think. Mm-hmm. And you can see that in your other videos, which are well edited.
Take this as advice from an expert. The last thing that you ever want to make is a meandering video. Seriously,
that's my field.
That's the road to complete ruin and disaster. You don't go there.
Yeah,
you're wandering into our territory.
No, because I watched your video where you kind of responded to my video, and you were like, yeah, it wasn't edited or anything, and you said a lot, and I was like, I know, but that was the point. Is I need the minutes. I can't edit it down to 5 minutes. I need 20. I need more minutes.
She gets it. She gets it. This is the thing.
Oh,
I didn't know, I didn't know live streaming counts as minutes.
Hey, you're Japanese. Can I respond to comments?
Yeah.
And make some drama. Your Japanese girl says, thanks, like Tokyo Sam, and Victor is honest, and I love that. No, Tokyo Sam is not honest, okay? That guy's a lying sack of shit, okay?
What?
But he has potential. But he's a lying sack of shit. So half the shit that Sam says in his videos is bullshit, yeah.
Good.
That's some drama for you, okay? You heard it here first.
Oh no, my channel.
But I'll still meet him and have a beer with him if he wants to come to Hanami.
Yes,
Oh, there's a divide. Last year there was two.
Oh, there was our Hanami and there was his non-Hanami. He didn't even have one. He created all this drama and he didn't even show up. He ended up not even having one. It was just ridiculous. So.
Oh.
Hiko. You should change your name to Hikosaemon.
Yeah, why not?
Do you know that expression? Hiku,
yeah.
For those of you not watching, for those of you who are watching, hiku is an expression. It means kind of pull back because something is kind of unsavory.
It's basically off-putting. It's just being put off by something.
Put off. But the actual kanji would be pull back, right?
Pull. It means pull. Yeah.
Hiku. Yeah, that's what it means. So
I don't want you to call me a puller on the show. It's just I don't want you to call me a puller. Nothing wrong. I'm not judging, but
Okay.
My name is quite sufficient.
Yes, Hikosaemon.
Indeed. So, what motivates you to make videos, and what sort of videos do you make? Why should people subscribe to this channel? Why should that? Right now we're here. We're on your channel. Why should people be hitting that subscribe and like button?
Why should we be hitting that?
On this channel, I just make videos about stuff to do in Tokyo, and I like to do interviews, which I've only have 2 up right now, but I want to.
Both of them are very good.
Thank you.
I use them to teach in my class, actually.
What?
I use them to teach in my class.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
People said you're very easy to listen to. My Japanese students said, "Oh, I like her accent. I can understand her English."
Everybody says that.
That's good. No, that's good.
Yeah, but no, like I want to move into making more interview type videos and more like topical videos. But it takes a lot of work and yeah, like
I've done a few
more than I thought.
Yeah. You need a crew, you know. I've done that with Tomoko, and we take turns.
You mean like a bunch of scary looking guys who like will like rob stuff for him?
What?
Oh, not that sort of crew. You mean like a video crew?
Oh, right, a video crew.
I need someone to like hold my stand the camera and then like make sure nobody walks in front of the camera, and because people do that. Really? I don't know if you guys done like street interviews before.
Nagoya people are more polite.
Oh, yeah, because like in Shibuya, like everyone's just like trying to get through, and they'll just like go through this small space between like me and the camera, and I'm like, no.
Well, it's Tokyo, right? Everyone's personal space is the 5 millimeters in front of their face, and everything outside of that is irrelevant. Yeah. So I can see how that's a problem.
Yeah, and then I gotta like convince people to actually stop and talk to me, which is harder than you think.
It is. Well, it takes some guts actually. So that's
why. Let me show you one way to help you. Make yourself one of these.
Oh yeah, that's
and
cool.
Put it on your microphone.
Yeah.
And people will think you're official.
Yeah.
And they'll say, "Oh, YouTube," because they recognize that, and people are almost begging to be on camera when we use that microphone.
Do you record yourself when you do that, or do you have someone record that for you?
My boyfriend keeps the camera on the tripod for me.
Having someone holding the camera and having a mic like that would probably be pretty effective, actually. I could see that working.
Yeah,
really well.
I need at least 1 or 2 people with me because it's hard to like organize everything. So like, because like if you're not organized, like you're just keeping people there like waiting. It's really they don't want to spend like 10 minutes on an interview. So
yeah. So what's your goal for your channel? What are you hoping? What do you want this channel to become?
Well, that's a good question. I think I just want to put out videos that people enjoy and like get like a broader perspective of Japan. Because I know there's a lot of videos out there about Japan.
One or two.
Because it's kind of like YouTube in general is like oversaturated, but I kind of want to bring a little bit more different perspectives.
So how are your perspectives different?
Yeah, what makes you special?
I feel like I'm in a job interview.
Why should we subscribe?
I have that effect on people. Yes. I thought that'd be controversial with the shirt.
Yeah. No, because I do watch a lot of Japan vlogs too, and then I kind of want to get away from just. I see a lot of girls who are in Japan, like doing like fashion stuff and like trendy places, and I want to incorporate that a little bit, but like right now, I don't know if my YouTube analytics are correct, but it's like almost split 50-50 between like guys and girls.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, so I want to keep that and like.
I see.
Yeah, so I want to have like a little bit more variety, not just like one.
I'm like, I shouldn't say. The last I looked, I'm like 95% men, and I realize I seem to have that effect on people. But
yeah,
I don't know. I do what I do. You can't think about it.
Like you say, I'm a chick magnet, but not anymore. It's mostly men.
Yeah, 50% is pretty good.
Yeah, it's like
not bad.
It's been for a long time. It's been like 49, 51, 51.
Oh, that's good.
But like, would you like to would you like to be earning enough on YouTube to go into the boss's office and say, "Fuck you, I'm becoming a full-time YouTuber"? Is that where you're heading, or like?
Go said the bad word.
I'm sorry.
No, but I don't have a boss actually. I work for myself already. So
you'd have to say that to yourself. That would be a tough conversation.
Yeah. But no, like I don't necessarily want to be at that level where I only do YouTube. Like I like to do like a variety of things, but it would be nice to be able to get like some money. You know what I mean? Like see some fruit of my effort.
Yeah, I mean, it is a bit at the moment like YouTube's like just dangling it in front of you and pulling it away just as you're about to get it, isn't it?
I was super excited to get my first YouTube paycheck, and then it was like, oh, just kidding.
Oh, so you're on the edge of getting your first paycheck.
Yeah.
And then they pulled it away. They said, "Come and do a little bit more effort."
Yeah.
By the way,
I was like annoyed.
If I can answer some of the questions in your meandering complaining video.
Yeah.
I did a little research, and you will not lose your thumbnails, and you will not lose your searchable content value. So when you know it says next video is this, it could be you. It has the fact that you're not monetized has nothing to do with if you're not a partner, it doesn't matter. You're still going to be your video is still going to show up in the search engines and all that crap. It's not going to affect that at all. You'll still get your thumbnails, and you still have your linking ability.
Yeah, that's like another thing. That email was really I mean, it wasn't like...
Yeah, it wasn't clear.
It wasn't very clear. And it was basically, it really sounded like they were firing us. Like you have a 30-day notice.
Well, plain English would be better. I mean, it would have just been easier just to say, hey, this is YouTube. We don't love you anymore. We're going away. That's all they had to say.
Yeah. No, but I get it. It makes sense. Like the new regulation or whatever it makes sense. Mm-hmm. It makes sense, but it just sucks because you know nobody wants to lose $100. You know, and it doesn't even like the $100 thing. I also don't understand because
it's actually 8,000 yen. I looked it up. It's actually I thought it was 102, but it's actually only 8,000 yen. So
which is about
I think with the exchange rate, maybe yeah. But I think because even if you have like 900 subscribers and then like you have a video that's gone viral, like 1 million views or something, that would be, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Sorry, what do you mean?
There are ways around that though. So apparently there's a guy who did a table tennis ping pong video. He went viral and he had nothing. He had only one video.
Right.
So what happens in cases like that is you'll be contacted by an agent who will basically take your video and somehow, you know, make it skip through all the hoops, you know, and get it to YouTube, get them to monetize it.
But would that still happen under these?
I think they'll probably figure out a way to do that. They're not going to lose out on money if there's like if you have a viral video, because a million views is $2,000. Someone's got to make it, you know.
Well, like I said, if you had a real like million view viral video and any intention to follow it up, you're probably going to hit the 1,000 subs aspect of it.
I would guess, quickly. Yeah, that's true.
But you're also right. Once they do have a radar, they do track the producers. They do see every week based on views, who's getting all the views, and a really viral video would draw attention, and you probably would get contacted. So that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those huge companies will try to copyright your video and own it. They'll pay you for it, of course, but they'll take a big cut. But it's better than getting nothing. You know?
I guess, yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I didn't know that. Like when I made that video, it was still like there was like all this stuff.
Oh no, yeah, I didn't know either. I just found out today. So
yeah, because when people were saying like because it says you're gonna be you're gonna lose all the privileges of the partner program, and I was like, I don't know what those are, and then everyone's saying you can't make custom thumbnails or end screens, and I was just like, why?
No, I mean, and on my end as well, as I think I put on Facebook afterwards, kind of a summary where on self-reflection, I was every time YouTube like changes any small little thing, you know, there is a certain percentage of the community that will scream blue murder that this is the end of the world.
Right.
And having seen this over a long period of time, I start to become a little bit cynical about these sort of waves of outrage. You know, oh, this is it. This time I'm really leaving YouTube. This is the final straw. I mean, how many final straws can
move over to Vimeo or some other blah blah? It never works out, and it just never happens.
Yeah, yeah. So I must admit, I was probably, when we were discussing it, I was attacking the theoretical outrage at everything person, and I wasn't really being very considerate to the people who were being forced to, chase $100 bill down the street like you were, in the position of being.
Being condescending.
Yeah, no, like, and that it kind of feels like that. Like because everyone's saying like it's not a lot of money, so like don't care about it. But yeah,
I would chase a $100 bill down the street. I had no shame about that.
So, like, but it does feel like I have to pay attention to like minutes more than like quantity over quality now. So at least until February.
Never bothered me.
Oh, look at us! So this is our whole formula. No, well, to be clear though, it's view minutes. So you could live stream anything for any length of time. If it's crap, no one's going to watch it, right? So you're right. Yeah. You can understand why eyes on video time, increases the value of the ads beside the video. So you can understand the logic of it. But, in the end of the day, there's two ways to get there. You can make a very, very well edited short video. In short videos, people are going to want to click on them. People do not want to click on 1 hour meandering videos with unattractive old men. So, it's sort of like there's all sorts of ways to get there. You do it the short, interesting way and get more views, which you will always get. When I was doing edited videos, 5 minutes, I was getting always 1,500, 2,000 views on every video, whereas now I do 1 hour live streams every week.
Yeah,
I get about 500 or 600 views, and I'm happy with that. But it's probably my view minutes. What I'm doing is a better formula for that, but it probably works out about the same. So I don't think you need to feel pressured into. And the other thing is that if the quality is crap, people just won't watch it still, and you come back to having the same problem. So it's not purely quantity over quality, but you're right. You got to figure out that balance and what you can do.
Yeah.
So what's processing it all now and being in this position of analyzing yourself, what you think the right formula is for people who want to be monetized, and someone right on the precipice there. What do you think is the? I see that Victor's just dropped off. I'm sure.
Yeah, I just saw it. Oh, he's back.
He's back.
Oh, yeah. That was
and
me.
now,
I thought you guys left. Like, where'd you guys go?
No, that was you. So based on the last week or so of looking at this and figuring it out and developing your own strategy, what do you think is the right advice for other YouTubers in your position who are worried about not getting to their monetization?
Well, yeah, I think a problem that I had was that I wanted to upload at least like twice a week or at least once a week, but sometimes there was months that I uploaded just once a week and like a 5-minute video or something, because I just didn't have time to like sit there and edit. So maybe stockpiling some videos. Yeah, would be helpful. Or like and like live streams too. I didn't know live streams. I'm so dumb about YouTube. I didn't know live streams counted like towards your minutes. Do you know what
I actually don't know they do. We're hoping.
Oh God.
Yeah, we're doomed if they don't.
We don't have any proof they actually count. We're just assuming.
Well, given that this is now pretty much all that I do, just because of my general life circumstance, I can't sit down and edit a video for a few hours each week. So it's an easy way. It's actually easier to make a live stream than it is to edit a video. So I'm pretty sure all my view minutes are live stream minutes. Although that said, I don't know if it counts during the live stream or whether it's post live stream views, for example. But I think they do track these.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if they do both because they don't count the comments. I mean, comments disappear. So yeah, it's hard to tell. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we don't know either. So
yeah, that's the thing. I think YouTube's always been pretty big. I don't know.
Yeah, but I guess it's that thing. There's two risks, I think, of feeling too pressured about the minutes. One is that if you make crappy videos, that's going to have a counterproductive effect for engagement.
Right.
And the other thing is that I think if you feel pressured to make more videos than you would otherwise make, there is this thing with YouTube about establishing a routine that you can sustain. And people, when they're very energized and they're getting that first buzz, and they say, I'm going to make like 3 or 4 videos a week. I'm going to make more videos than other people.
Yeah.
And I've got all these great ideas. And all of a sudden it's like it builds up and it becomes so much like work to do that they just suddenly stop and give up on everything. I think you got to figure out the right sort of pace and not feel too pressured to exceed that for the sake purely of minutes.
Yeah, and I think another thing is, Victor, you drop out again.
They'll figure it out. Yeah.
Oh, so someone asked in the comments about the information I just said. And I got that from a video called YouTube Partner Program Follow Up by Creator Inside, which is a guy who works at YouTube.
That's a pretty reliable.
Okay, so that's pretty reliable. So it's, and he says, yeah, you're going to keep your thumbnails and you're going to keep your other, linking ability, and you're not going to be unsearchable anymore. So everything else is fine. So yeah.
Well, I'm sure you're not going to be unsearchable, but don't you think they would prioritize like monetized videos?
Well, he said no.
Really?
He said no. So, which doesn't sound smart from a business point of view. You would think you should monetize. You should prioritize the monetized videos. But
well, clearly, they have an algorithm and they have logic, which is always going to favor viral videos and promote. There are going to be videos that are always going to pop up in that stream on the side as recommended videos. And sure, I can see how they can have ways of pushing views towards already popular videos. But I think what they're saying is that they're not going to delist or discriminate in terms of things like specific keyword search results and stuff like that.
I see.
But I don't know. I mean, they don't disclose the criteria of the algorithm, and they're always changing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, so you've been on YouTube for a while, and like
years. And Hiko 9, maybe.
Yeah.
You have like quite a big following. More than I do.
Dwindling. I mean, to be clear as well, I did the math, and I'm on like 11,000 view hours. So I'm like safe, I guess, but I'm not like spectacularly burst through. I mean, if I probably stop for a couple of months, I could be in jeopardy myself. Not that I care that much.
But how would you for you because a lot of small YouTubers, and then after I posted that video, I got a lot of messages from like really small creators that have good videos, but they just don't know how to promote themselves.
You came to the right place.
So did I.
Yeah.
They came out of the woodwork. Some of them like you have hope. I mean, you actually, I don't think actually you even need any. We're just giving you a little push, but
I need help.
And anyone who gets out and does street videos, street interviews, I mean, you deserve a bigger audience.
Well, I disagree. I disagree.
You suck. What are you saying?
Making good videos is half of the battle, and I think Bri is holding up her end on that. But I think knowing how to promote your stuff and get your stuff sort of out to an audience and how to get discovered is something that there's a lot of people who make good videos and they just upload them and they have 5 or 6 views and they get discouraged after uploading 4 or 5 videos, and they say no, I couldn't. YouTube stacked against me. And I think this is where obviously I think people are smarter now about tweeting and Facebooking and doing all that sort of stuff on their own. But I think what I like about these new rules is what we're doing right now. I feel like there used to be a playbook for getting your channel up and running, which was come to the Hanami, do video responses to other YouTubers, catch the attention of other people who will call you back. And through these conversations, people following these conversations will be adding, that person seems interesting, I'll add them, I'll subscribe to them and follow them as well. And that's kind of disappeared. And I think it's partly because there's monetization for everyone. Everybody is a lot smarter about. There's so much more information about how to make videos that people feel like they can and should do it all themselves. There's much less reliance on, trying to link and connect, and the community thing really has kind of fallen apart, to be honest, in the last 3 or 4 years. And I am hopeful that this is really what you're talking about when you start talking with other small creators about how do we do this. You promote each other. This is the thing. I mean, the whole idea of so YouTube enabled multi-channel networks, MCNs, about 6 or 7 years ago, when they just after they started having monetization for everybody. Right. And what it became was some people saw the opportunity right away, where sure you could set up a company, promise to promote YouTubers, steal a chunk of their AdSense. And frankly, there's a lot of those MCNs turned out to be pretty predatory. They got these horrible contracts that they lock these people in. They take their AdSense, but they don't do anything for them. And it's kind of become a dirty term. And I don't know exactly what YouTube was thinking, but what I suspect they were thinking was they were probably hoping for collectives. They were hoping that all these small channels would get together and say, hey, let's promote each other on each other's channels, because that's the idea. And, through joining that collective, YouTube would set up a structure where you'd be financially incentivized to actually get together and cross promote. It turned out that that isn't how it worked out. But some guys like Hikakin and Megwin, they set up their own MCNs and they did exactly that. I mean, that's the whole idea. They were the ones that were set up by creators, were set up specifically to cross promote. But I think we did that before there was monetization. We just wanted to get higher on the rankings and get bigger scores, and when it was all sort of like a game.
Yeah, they used to give. I don't know if you remember this, but you were here. They used to give like little awards to top ranked in this category, right?
Yeah, it was like a buzz as well, and
people would copy that and put it in their description, like this is what I got. These are my awards, right?
Cool. Yeah.
And if someone made a really good video, and people would message around and say, "Hey, everybody, let's all tweet that video because that's a really great video." And it's kind of like the karma thing, right? People would start to, feel like they owe a favor to the people who supported them, and they help each other. That's kind of gone. So I'm hoping that comes
actually back. The first time, because I've been on YouTube for, on this channel for like a year and a half or something, and I've been to the YouTube Hanamis and stuff, but I never knew, like, it's kind of like hard to talk to people. Yeah. Like, you don't know me. And it's a little bit hard, but like, especially
were you talking to me and that weird guy was telling you that he's married? Was that you?
Maybe, I don't know.
He was a weird guy who was standing over my shoulder. He's a nice guy, but he kept like interrupting any woman who talked to me. He was kind of protecting me in a weird way. Like, he's married. Because
I see, like, I watch you guys' channel, and I've seen you at the YouTube Hanami and stuff, and maybe talk to you briefly, but it's kind of like, because we never interacted online either. Right. So it's kind of like, this is kind of what when I joined YouTube, this is kind of what I was expecting, is like more community stuff. Not all the time, but like,
yeah,
a little.
So the thing is, again,
fortunately, yeah, it's not.
And yes, I know YouTube today is nothing like YouTube 10 years ago, and it's completely irrelevant to discuss it. But, the idea is, when you went to a Hanami 6 years ago, everyone knew what to do. Get that camera out, record yourself with as many other YouTubers as possible, and make sure you get down their channel names and put these are all the cool YouTubers I met at the Hanami. Go and subscribe to them, knowing that they would also then reciprocate and record a video with you. And they're all extremely awkward conversations. They're all, hey, who are you? Let's take a selfie video together. And yes, and what's your channel about? And people would kind of do these self-introduction videos all over the place, whereas nobody's been doing that the last few years, right? I mean, it always used to be after the Hanami to go and watch the videos to figure out who were all those people that I met and how do I subscribe to them. And you find that out by watching all the videos that people make about the Hanami.
Yeah, we used to do that. Yeah,
and you'd subscribe to everybody who
find out who was out there by watching the Hanami videos. Oh, who's this guy? I don't know who this person is. I'm gonna subscribe to them and find out.
Yeah.
So that mission is gone, and it's kind of made the Hanamis a little bit weird. It's just a bunch of awkward people sitting around not knowing what to talk about. Seriously.
Yeah.
But you were sick last Hanami, Hiko.
Me? Who are you talking about? You're mixing me up with some.
You came for
other woman,
and then you left because you were sick.
Was I sick?
You were sick.
You're talking about me?
Yes.
He was.
You came for about an hour, and you were really sick. You had a cold, so you said, "I'm gonna take off." So
sorry, I think you're right. Actually, I apologize. I was thinking 2 years.
That's why you had a good time. I stayed. I had a good time. It was freezing, but I stayed until late, and we had a pretty good time.
Oh no! Somebody said definitely not going to a Hanami now.
Eric Surf 6 years. See,
it was fun. Yeah.
So look, just look at the comments quickly. You got Biomig Neil. Eric Surf 6 is now watching. I mean, the godfather of godfathers here, the Don.
That has double all of my views together.
Hi guys.
He's got one video with 110 million, more than that. I think 120 million views.
I'll tell you what. You want to know how to make your channel big? Back in the day, Eric, literally, no, not even metaphorically. Eric Surf 6 literally waved his hand, and my channel started off.
Wow.
He was a guest editor, right? YouTube used to invite big YouTubers when there were only like 10 big YouTubers.
Was he a guest editor?
Come in. He was. Yeah. And I think he picked my channel out. He was actually the guy who got me started.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, that
was a long time ago, yeah.
I mean, so Victor's like the godfather, but Eric Surf 6 is literally like the Don. He's like the guy back in Sicily who actually, controls the whole world. You have to kiss the ring.
And he doesn't even really well. He does a lot of food videos now, so of course you can't avoid Japanese food if you're in Japan. But a lot of his channel is actually not Japan based so much. It's a lot of tricks and interesting, more universal topics. But
yeah, but I think this gives a new mission to the Hanami that I'm really looking forward to. You are coming to the Hanami, correct?
I'm coming to the Hanami, yes.
Good, because I like to say be there and be square, because it's kind of fashionable to be square nowadays. The expression "all be square" doesn't make sense anymore.
That is our T-shirt, Hiko.
Be there and be square.
Yeah,
it's
encouraged behavior.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it because I'm hoping to meet a lot more people this time around. I've been to 2 Hanamis, I think. But like the first one, I didn't have a YouTube channel yet, so
yeah.
Yeah.
Were you there 2 years ago or before that?
Me?
Yeah.
I was there 2 years ago and last year.
Okay, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I think we have a mission this time, which is and particularly for people who are starting channels or trying to get started. I think that should be that should be the icebreaker. That should be allow you to have a conversation with anybody there.
Yeah, because that would help, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
But do you guys have because I feel like small YouTubers kind of get a bad rap that we're kind of greedy and stuff.
How's that?
I think we deserve more.
I think Hiko thinks that more because he's more condescending than I am. But
shouldn't have used that word.
I'm sorry. What's the question? Do we think you're all
what
complaining?
do you guys think of smaller YouTubers? Because I feel like we get a bad rap a little bit.
Everybody's a smaller YouTuber at one point,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I don't look down on. I mean, I do look down on whingers. I'll be clear about that.
Who?
Whingers, people who just whine about stuff like
What are they called? Whingers?
Yeah.
That's a New Zealand word, I think.
That's an Australian-ish word.
Okay. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, I'll definitely give whingers, just pure whingers, a hard time. But anyone who's sincerely kicking off a channel, to me, there still is. I mean, I'm not as into it and as good at promoting channels as I used to be. But I think for Victor and I, the whole idea of the show is there's nothing more exciting to us than finding a quality channel that's coming up that no one's discovered yet, to be the guys who found it first and promoted it. And when you find motivated people who are starting and they've got something really interesting and they're making content that they care about, to be able to share that and kind of get the credit for being the guy who promoted this awesome channel. People remember when you recommend an awesome channel, so it's kind of cool to be able to find that content. So from our perspective, there's nothing exciting. I mean, Sharla and Rachel and Jun, those are veteran, established. Everyone knows.
Yeah.
Recommending Rachel and Jun. Fantastic channel, but people aren't going to say, "Oh yeah, Hiko, he was really nice. He recommended you, to Rachel and Jun." They're just another person finding them, but finding the future Rachel and Juns, I think is really exciting. Actually, I think that's what it's all about from my perspective. So, no, small channels, we want to know who they are, what they're making, and support them to become like them.
Yeah, and I think for me too, I don't have that many subscribers, 1,000 something, but I think I want to start because after that video I got a lot of messages from smaller than me YouTubers, but they have some of them have really decent videos, so I kind of want to start more of a community thing, promoting them. And
so this is the thing as well, if you feel like a small channel and you whine a lot and you make shitty videos, maybe I mean, and those people exist, but if you're sincerely trying to, if you're really putting effort into it and and you want to figure out how to get better at it, and there's nothing cooler to me as a YouTuber than to get re-energized by talking to people who have just caught the bug.
Right.
That's really cool to swap ideas as well when you talk with people. I find it as interesting as I hope they do. When they've got questions, I can give advice. But for me as well, it's really cool to figure out how people are sort of, new angles on it, which, you tend to do when you're new and you're trying to figure out, well, people already do that. What should I do? People come up with new ideas.
Yeah, for sure.
Victor, please do not show up in blackface.
I'm coming to the Hanami in blackface.
Don't do that.
Oh God!
No, it's a McDeal a favor because he can beat me to hell, and then he'll
he'll be recorded by
actually it would probably
YouTubers.
give him more material. No. Let me be clear. I'm against blackface. Okay, I'm just I'm just playing.
Promote the cause. You'll be a martyr for the cause. He'll come up in
I'm just
blackface
playing.
and create an incident that would
Sam and I to make up.
end it forever.
I've got nothing. I try not to think about Sam at all. He can't keep my name out of his mouth though for some reason. So.
Sound?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Johnny Samo, he's a cool guy. He's a New Zealander. Well, Samoa New Zealander, but yeah.
But I want to point out something. After I said I would do my best to help some other people, reach their goals. Mm-hmm. I got some emails from people. I got one from a guy who actually made pretty good videos, but his email was like, "Hey, I got a channel, but I don't have time to make a trailer. So can you just like promote my channel?" I'm like, wait a minute, you want me to do all the work? Like, dude, I got 2 kids. The whole point is for you to make a trailer. You give it to me, and I'll put it on my channel, and I'll lose subs because of it. But it's fine. I don't care if it helps you out. But you got to do the work at least. Because I don't forget it then. But I actually ended up looking at his channel, and it was actually pretty unique. He does martial arts, and he like makes shuriken, or he makes like that ancient ninja stuff, and he puts it on. He just shows how he does it on his channel. But there's no like interaction with the audience. Okay. So he's bad at promoting himself, but he does make pretty good videos.
Yeah, if I probably would try not to piss off the people who make ninja equipment. I mean, just like a general life advice.
But it is disheartening. There's another guy named Trevor who I think makes really good videos, and he's a handsome young. He's like a 22-year-old. Real good looking,
I mean, it's just like us. I don't see anything new.
And for some reason, he just doesn't have the. No, I think he's great. I don't know why he doesn't have a million more videos than I do. I mean, subscribers than I do. But he sent me one, so I'll try that.
Yeah, but I think it's just hard because like YouTube's so oversaturated with content. Like it's hard to find like small YouTubers in general. They don't come up in anywhere.
So yeah, my thought on this is that we kind of have to stick together and support each other to stand out. It's really hard to stand out on your own, but this is where, I mean, the Japan vlogging community always has been, I think, one of the strongest served communities on YouTube. And community's kind of disintegrated everywhere.
I think you're right. I think it's still people give it a lot of shit, like, oh, it doesn't exist anymore. But compared to other communities, no, we're still
we're bringing it back.
Yeah, this is the most community I've felt. So this is nice.
Well, you should do a weekly live show or monthly live show and invite other people on.
Yeah, I was thinking that because now Victor helped me set this up and explain how to do it and everything. So now that I know how to do it.
Well, if these people who are messaging you, there's an idea, do a video together, share subs. Yeah. And if you find good channels, recommend them to us, and we'll go and invade their channels as well.
Yeah. Because it's nice to have a nice support system, I guess.
Yeah, but why not? I mean, I think that's kind of yeah, Sergeant Bilko. I was about to say the same thing that you just said when you talked about that interaction with that guy. I was going to say you should have just responded $200.
$200.
Oh, the other weird thing about the live shows is that some people donate money during those things.
I've seen that on other live streams, but I don't know what that means. Like,
I feel uncomfortable with that. I feel like they're going to expect me to dance in my underwear or something. I just don't want to get those dollar bills that way.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, do you guys do that? No?
I have donated money before. I donated money to Tomoko when she did a live one as a test a long time ago. But I don't even remember how I did it. Where is the choice, Hiko? Do you know?
I think you can enable your settings. You can enable super comments, which
the super chat thing.
Where's the super chat option?
Yeah, you need to be authorized for it. But yeah, you can apply for it or click yes. It's in the advanced settings. Or just Google enable super chat YouTube and there'll be instructions.
Okay.
I don't know where it is. Yeah. Well, anyway. But you've got you're not gonna have a problem. Your videos are good. They're solid. Your editing is good. I would say to keep up the street videos and try to figure out a way to make videos that involve as few people as possible, because it's hard to depend on people. That would be my only advice, really.
Yeah. No, I want to do more street interviews. I have like a few ideas and like prepared.
If your boyfriend can always be there, then great. But if he can't, then figure out a way to just put up your own
Right.
tripod and just do it yourself. But
yeah.
Or just don't worry about the quality so much and just do your iPhone.
Well, iPhone is actually pretty legit. I mean, if you've got a recent model one now,
amazing quality.
Yeah, they are pretty good, but yeah,
obviously do it the way you want to do it. But yeah,
but if
my standards have just dropped and dropped and dropped. I don't give a shit at all anymore.
But remember, you will agree with this, Hiko, that if you put a lot of effort into a video, you will probably be deeply disappointed on how the audience reacts to it. But there's some videos that you don't put any effort to, and they will just do very, very well. Eric6 will back me up on this. He'll make a video that he doesn't expect will get tons of views, but it will get millions of views. And other videos that he puts a lot of work into don't nearly.
The opus, the masterpiece, the work that will define me as an artist. Like 20 people watch, and then I like fall down some stairs, and it's 1 million views. That's exactly how YouTube works.
Yeah.
So I mean, and you got to be timely on the stuff you're talking about. Like that logo thing was good.
Yeah.
And I know you told me the reasons, but if you want to get on top of something, like for example the blackface thing that happened.
Oh, I know.
With your iPhone and say, hey, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I was debating whether I should do that the blackface one, but
yeah,
I was like, oh.
I didn't have time either, but I wanted to talk about that too.
Yeah, I mean, it was. Did you hear about that, Hiko?
No, I see some mentions of it in the comments, but no, what happened with that?
There was a.
Oh, he was in you were out of the country at the time. I
mean, I know about the flap. I followed the black. I was out of the country, but I saw the news and everything about it.
You still had internet.
Yeah, the Japanese comedian who dressed up as Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, and I wanted to do like that kind of interview, but I thought it might be a little bit too controversial.
Really?
Because I don't even like the first interview I did about cultural appropriation.
That was a good one, and I didn't know about that one. And she has her own channel. Do you know that on YouTube?
Carly Kloss?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Pretty cool. I subscribe to her channel. I don't usually care about that kind of stuff, but she's fun. She's a fun woman.
Yeah. That video though got, there's lots of people in the comments. I just stopped looking at the comments on that video because like everyone's arguing with each other. I was like, oh.
Really? Yeah, just let them argue.
Let them go.
Yeah.
Yeah, controversy does work. Like it is easy views, but you've got to decide. I mean, Victor sometimes will call me up and say, "Hey, there's this. Should I make that video?" And I'll say, Victor, if you're asking for my advice, my advice for all things in life is just don't go there. But that's why I have a crappy small channel and you have a huge one. So I would say just be you and go do it. But yeah, someone with whatever you're comfortable.
The problem is, you want to do something you're actually interested in, right?
Yeah, that's it. Can't be forced.
But this is a conversation I had with a broad in Japan months and months or years ago. Mm-hmm. But he said, it's almost insulting on how easy it is to make a viral video if you don't care about the content.
I mean, there's
something like that.
Controversial or, Yeah.
Well, you can do like top 10 reasons Japan sucks.
Oh God.
Just do that. I mean, you don't have to believe in it.
Yeah.
But you could do that. In fact, we could even have a monthly contest. Like, let's everyone make the same theme video. Like, this is the title. Go ahead and make your videos, and we'll have a contest. And the person who makes the best video gets free drinks at the next party. Whatever, I don't know. but you could do it. I mean, and they would all probably do really well. And you can link to each other too, and everyone could see and everyone would get angry too, and there would be Japanese who'd be like, "Get the fuck out of this country!" If you don't like it, right?
God.
And Gaijin would hate us too.
It would be easy to make videos that will get you hate.
Oh yeah, it's funny how many foreigners hate J vloggers and they live in Japan too. The only difference is they don't make videos.
Yeah.
Go on Reddit and look at it. I mean, I don't bother too much, but
no.
Blocking Mr. Court. What did he say?
I don't know. He's mocking me for having no talent, and I'm mocking him back, saying I'm blocking him, but I'm not. I joke about the blocking. I don't.
Who is? I don't even know this guy. He sounds familiar.
He's a regular commenter on my videos.
Oh really?
Yeah,
you have no talent?
Well, he knows me well.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Any? Oh, I do have one question for you.
Mhm.
Oh, wait. Well, by the way, you were supposed to be getting drunk during this.
Me?
Yeah, you told me last night you agreed to
I'm
drink.
drinking. It's
What,
gone.
what is that? One drink. I'm into the whiskey now.
I've got my apple brandy here.
Oh, that's not bad. Apple brandy. Can I see the bottle again?
What was that?
Show us the bottle again. What is that? Your bottle.
Oh, bottle. Oh, here.
Yeah.
You're frozen. Sorry.
Apple brandy. Single apple brandy.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's from Hokkaido.
Oh,
What's the
By
percentage on
McNeil.
that?
By McNeil thinks that you missed the point on cultural appropriation.
Oh, what's the point?
You didn't give your opinion though, right? You just asked the question.
Yeah, I didn't. I just asked people's opinion. I didn't want to share my own opinion.
Mm. So yeah, I don't know how you could miss the point by just asking a question, but
No,
maybe he might have a point.
I don't know.
That's the wrong question. Maybe your
maybe
intonation.
you should have a point. Maybe that's the
Maybe you were supposed to be wearing a kimono when you did that.
Oh God.
You know what you should do? Wear a kimono, appropriate Japanese culture, and do blackface.
Oh.
And you can piss off everybody at the same time, and then insist on being called he. Insist on the pronouns. You know, call me a man. Pronouns, male pronouns. I insist on that.
Don't forget this is going on my channel.
No, my question. I do have a question for her though, a real one before we log off here. I know we should start wrapping up. Who do you watch, and who did you watch, and how did you get started on this? What inspired you?
Okay, really quick. I've been watching you guys for a few years. I started watching YouTube again. Like it's changed over the years, but I started watching it again like maybe 5 years ago, and I found the J vlogging community through like your channels and Charla and Rachel and June and a bunch of other like kind of smaller channels too. And then because I was doing Instagram about like my photos in Japan, people were asking for videos. So that's why I moved over to YouTube a little bit.
cool.
And I'm sorry, what
Really quick.
inspired you to get on camera for the first time?
What was that?
What inspired you to get on camera for the first time?
Oh, like I used to do video, like when I was really young, I wanted to be a photographer or a videographer, and I was in like cinematography clubs,
Right.
and stuff. So I've always been interested in it. But then,
So you were a nerd in high school. You had no friends.
exactly.
None of us did, Victor. None of us did.
But no, that's why. And then I'd always wanted to like start making YouTube videos again, but I just felt the pressure to start out with better quality, because it just seemed like everyone has like really nice cameras and stuff.
Hiko, that's one of the biggest problems people have is everyone wants to come out. You know Radri. Radri is talented, but Radri in one thing that stopped him was that he insisted on top quality. And that basically stopped him, and that stops a lot of people. And then it has stopped me in the past. I would like to do a video on blackface. Actually, I've got all these notes that I took on it. No, I want to do.
Like you mean you want to do a video on, but not in?
On, not in.
Okay.
No, because I researched it, and I've got lots of things to say about blackface. I looked into it quite a bit years ago, and I never got around to it because I wanted to do a good job on it.
Don't do it. No, I'm sure you could do it.
These days, unless I put my kids in blackface, there's no way it's gonna. Not gonna happen. I don't have time. But that's the thing that stops me from doing anything.
Yeah,
but
delayed me,
I might do it.
I guess.
I might do it. And I want to emphasize that although I think Bay McBeal's a dick sometimes, I do agree with him on this point. And I'll be very happy to see you and say cheers because he's a guy that can take a disagreement and still come and face you and have a drink with you like a man. So I respect that about Bay.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to seeing him at the YouTube Hanami. I mean, if he'll come, because now he's famous, he's on BBC and everything. So he might not.
Too big for us. Too big for us little guys.
No, he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah, that he is.
Do you have to get going, Hiko?
I do have to get going, but it's been lovely talking to you.
Yeah,
Yes.
Thank you guys for having me on your show, and yeah.
Thank you for hosting us.
Yeah, thank you for helping me set it up. And And thank you for taking the time to watch my video in the first place.
So everybody, I mean, I shouldn't even have to say this, but the buttons are around the video, right? Press all of them at the same
Two
time.
things. Subscribe to her, but not as necessary. More importantly, just put about 5 of her videos on your, open up some windows, play 5 of her videos at the same time. You can even turn off the sound on your computer and get the wheels rolling, because all she needs is like just a few more hours, and she's going to,
A few more hours, but
by February 20th.
something like that, yeah.
And when you do make it, please make a video saying, "Hey, I'm there."
I
Or
will.
announce it somehow, make Twitter or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you guys for helping me.
Because you're gonna make it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at the YouTube Economy. Like
Yeah, me too. And I won't call you a lesbian this year, I promise.
Thank you.
Please bring your boyfriend.
Don't call me one either. Don't call me one either.
If I insult you in any way.
April 7, right? April 7.
April 7th, yes.
Is that the official day? April 7th?
April 7th in Tokyo.
Yep.
See everybody on April 7th.
I'm taking the day off.
Nice.
Taking the whole weekend off.
Very
I'm hoping.
You gotta.
My wife is probably like stirring in her sleep right now. Like, what was that? What about the kids? God damn it.
Bring
All
them.
right. So, thanks to everyone for watching.
Thank you guys.
You know what to do now? Go out and do it.
Subscribe. Don't subscribe to this.
What's with the Twitch t-shirt? How much you get paid for that?
Well, I don't know. I was just like, I thought if she wanted to, if she was going to come and say that I'm giving up YouTube, this whole thing is outrageous. I just wanted to remind people there are options if you want to go somewhere. But I'm still here.
The more of you that leave, the better for us. Just kidding.
Just throwing that out there.
Community.
Oh, keep the community strong.
Yeah, get the F out. Right?
Cool. Well, Bri, you have the control. So,
Oh yeah, so I forgot.
That button below you. There's a button right on my chest.
it's like being on a phone where no one like hangs up, isn't it?
Okay, stop the broadcast.
You say goodbye first. No, you say it first.
Okay, thanks guys. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
So,
Guys, bye.
Awkwardly holding pose. Awkwardly holding position.